Hello everyone. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to go back to some Chamber of the Vengeful and finish clearing out the unit achievements. I had meant to do this before Neo Visions, but was a little busy and got sidetracked. So we're just going to do the rest of them in one video, at least for each fight. So we're going to go through Demon Matsuri, as that's the next one from the bottom up. So we got to do 5 more teams essentially. We'll just cut them all into the single video here. First up, I figured let's have some fun with Tifa. See if we can just turn 2 punch it. So the team we got for that, Mastermind's on. He's going to play Evade Provoker as well as giving killers and buffs to everybody. So he's got Equip Light Shield, so he can do Moogle Plushie, Jacket, and the Charm. Draw attacks. He is 100% evasion. Other than that, we gave him some status immunity, some health, some fire resist. I forget what the preemptive strike was. Bosch, we'll have him play magic cover. So he's got some fire resist, and then just spirit and health focus mainly. Red 13, he's here so that we can steal his demon killer buff, and then he'll play Chainer. We're not going to use his shift form. Didn't even bother gearing that. Base form, 4th anniversary for the card. Just a bunch of attack. Some Spirit Slayer. He's got some demon in his kit. Tifa, base form is just fire resist and some LB fill and health. Nothing too special. We have Mad Dash for the card on her. Her shift form is what we care about. And this is just a lot of attack, bunch of killers for both Demon and Fury, and a bunch of limit burst damage. So we got 150 Demon, 175 Fury, 255 LB damage. Aerith, healer duties if needed. So she's just got a bunch of spirit and health really. Left some fire resist on her. And we're just going to take in random Tifa. This one is geared in both forms. It's fine enough. We don't care about the shift form too much. They're using Mad Dash as well. So shifted form, high attack, a lot of LB damage. No real killers for this fight, but don't really care about that. Alright, so let's see if we can turn to this. Alright, so I forget what this guy does. Oh, he does nothing. Kinda thought he attacked us first, but whatever. Alright, so let him put up some magic cover. Do break resist for everybody. Damage reduction, I guess. Tifa will shift. And we'll just set up to LB next turn. Same thing with this one. So triple cast, concentration, awaken fighting, and our mitigations. Red, we don't want to do fire damage, so we're going to overhaul. We want the killer buff. And I suppose we can just Mirage stack everybody, because why not? Alright, so for Zahn, we want to steal everything. So we need killers from red. And we'll do water for everybody to elemental chain. And then just give that out. Alright, so they're gonna LB. And these two are going to chain. So they're gonna SR chain. Not that it really matters, they're both the same mod for him. Yep, we can turn 2 punch him. Rather amusing being able to do that. So that adds 5 more to our unit achievements. For the next team, we're going with water magic damage mainly. So the team that we got put together for that, we have Ellie. She can act as a chainer and finisher. We're probably going to use her more for finishing. Bunch of magic and killers for her. So we have 150 physical for her finishing, 200 on the demon for chainer. Fairy is 75 physical, 125 magic. Sighard is going to play magic cover for us, so we got him built for health and spirit. Also has a lot of fire resist. Dr. Aiden is going to be provoker and healer. It's a plushy jacket charm, passive provoke. He's full evasion. Everything else is just health and spirit based. Four Winds is going to be one of our chainer. So just a bunch of magic and some killers for her. We got 125 magic demon, no fairy killer. Sweet Nicole, another chainer. Bunch of magic for him, no actual killers. And for Borrow, we're just taking in a 4 Winds to chain with. This one has a bunch of magic. No killers, but we mostly wanted water chaining magic damage. So we 2-turned it with Tifa. I just kind of wanted to see how fast magic could kill him. Alright, so we're going to use this cooldown for magic cover. Dr. Aiden. We can block breaks. And then also buff and barrier. So I'll set her up first. Bolt cooldowns. Nicole. Don't need that one. Do you want that one? I think we'll hit that for the extra modifier boost. And then Ellie. Have her prep. Order and view herself. And get a little bit of stack in there. Alright, so we're going to use that this turn. So she'll act as a finisher 2 turns in a row. Alright, so we had a 4 times cast with Nicole. So Aiden, what do we want to do with you? Suppose I can give a Mirage stack, block everything else. Suppose overall he can just guard. Alright, so actually, I probably don't want to. We'll just go for a triple cast. Did an okay amount there. Now we have to be careful with the ads. If we take them low and don't kill them, it could be really painful. So they're going to be AE chaining. Might be able to kill it. I'll let him add in a little bit for the AE as well. We'll do her LB. Do his for the general mitigation. And Aiden, I'll figure what out we want to do with you in a second. Alright, so we're going to hit her LB first because it takes a little bit. Alright, adds a dead. We'll use his limit burst to get re-raised just in case. Yeah, redo magic cover. Guess we're just gonna have everybody chain. Keeping with triple still. Oh, actually, what do we want to do with her? Because she's starting off. Reduce water for everybody. So we still want to target the boss for the stuff that's not going to be AE. Yeah, we broke that in the middle there. Keep some sort of defense and spirit boost up. So far, not too bad. I was expecting to feel a little bit more pain than this. So, limit burst, refresh, mitigation. Ellie has water and Bew again. Gonna have her play finisher. Still have triple, so we're gonna use triple. Just keep on with the triple. Actually, we want him to do one of the AEs. And then focus on the boss. Reduce water resistance, then her cooldown. So I'm going to target the boss. Decent amount there. Aiden can do his limit burst, refresh. The nice regen and re-raise. Alright, so we have one turn on that. Might just have him guard. Well, LB. Although I guess we have to reset up everything as well. Yeah, I guess we can redo his defense boost. Help with the dot. Probably do some physical mitigation later. Let's see. Her buff should tell us. Yeah, she's only got the one turn of the LB damage up. Yeah, we'll use it, why not? Ah, we did 50% to all the ads. Alright, that was a lot of attacks. So let's give you a Mirage stack and then let's heal everybody. Redo your magic cover. Let you redo your setup. Stick with the triple. Go for 1 AE, 2 single target. They all have watered down, so don't have to worry about that. Oh, lost my multicast. Alright, so let's put up re-raise. Unfortunately, his magic cover is a cooldown, so we can't use that. We'll just limit burst for mitigation. Guess we'll just go to triple water attack. Just have to stick with a double, I guess. Alright, so target the boss, do the triple, and then the doubles. Alright, one more turn before he can do cover again. We'll just let him limit burst mitigation, at least on himself. Extend turns for everybody else. So you might have them just limit burst, seeing they're stuck at a double cast anyway. Actually, probably want to stick to all AE damage at the moment. Three turns. So we got re-raised for 3 turns. Actually, does Sig have it? Nah. So we can probably just redo that as a safety net and then chain and refill it. Alright, so good news is we have magic cover back. And let's give a defensive buff. Actually, yeah, let's go with the better buffs for everything there. Better barrier. One turn before we can unlock multicast again. So we'll keep with triple, we'll do all AE again. So we'll do double triple and double double. Triple cast first, double cast second. We didn't break up the chains, he might be dead already. But for ignoring the one mechanic that made him easy to kill when this was new, not doing too bad. Alright, so we can unlock. Make sure it shows the right things over here. Sweet coal. Boost his stuff. Let's see, for Ellie, she doesn't have hers yet. Alright, we'll just refresh his limit burst, because it's that or guard. Alright, didn't do much damage, that's good. They can do their prep. Ellie, I guess, is just gonna guard. Because I don't want to really damage the ads at the moment. Let's see, how's everybody's re-raise going? 2 turns left. Alright, so he's probably just gonna guard. Well, LB on Aiden. So we got a triple attack back. Probably just stick for a triple, I guess. So this way, she'll set up, she'll do the imperil. Although, they seem to already have water in peril. That's really only going to unlock 5x cast then. She'll play finisher then. Almost there. Apparently there were too many dots on Dr. Aiden. Alright, so he's going to limit burst, re-raise himself. We can redo magic cover. Queue up her limit burst. Everybody else, triple cast, water damage. So we're going to hit Nicole first and peril the adds. But we'll start the limit burst first. So 13 turns without using the mechanic to do a lot of damage to him. Could probably be a little bit faster if we didn't break so many chains. Not too bad overall though. So that's another 5 units added. Okay, for our next team, we're just going to go straight for the kill and not do the mechanics. Doing the mechanics makes it like a 10 to 11 turn fight. I think we can do it in less. So we're going to go water physical damage. And the team that we got, we have 10-2 Yuna, one of the main damage dealers. So attack and killers was her focus. I did make sure that she had petrify immunity. So we have 275 demon and 175 fairy. Alexander Charlotte is going to play magic cover, any kind of backup that we need, so gave her a fire resist, and then just a bunch of spirit and health. Aloha Laswell is chaining partner for Yuna as well as a provoker. So he is just full evasion, and then we gave him a bunch of attack, made sure that he was petrify immune, gave him some base fire resist. He has 75 demon killer, and that's it. Kaido is going to be a chaining partner and also toss out some dots. So water weapon, bunch of attack, and then for killers 225 demon, 150 fairy. He is petrify immune. We have blue mage Fina, gave her Phoenix for some fire resist, left her in her pretty much freebie gear. I just didn't feel like changing it, but it should be good enough. Just raising her spirit and health some. And we're going to borrow a random Starlight Elena that doesn't have an ice elemental weapon equipped. So this one has good attack and magic. They have 175 demon killer. Good enough. I don't think we'll be using shift form, but they are still geared in shift form, which is nice. Alright, so let's see how fast we can do this. Alright, so first turn we gotta put up our magic cover. And we're gonna do some stat buffs and elemental buffs. So Yuna will prep up cooldown and then water and imbue. Laswell will go with his water and imbue, get his provoke in there, and then first turn he can re-raise himself. So we're going to do Kaido's cooldown, and then we're going to do his demon and fairy killers. We're going to do Elena's cooldown, water and imbue, and the water booster. I guess we'll just hit Gemini Blade because we're not really doing too much this setup turn. A decent amount of damage for just setting out. Alright, so this turn we want to put up his dots. So that's pretty much all his big tides right here. So I guess we'll just let her bolting because we're not chaining with Kaido. A triple here, I guess we'll just go for a triple burst. Laswell could use his cooldowns. Target the boss. Alright, so Athena. Toss out some re-raise. And then Charlotte. She can put up some physical mitigation and magic mitigation. Alright, so that one ad's almost dead. Alright, so this turn we're going to actually chain. So we're going to go SR chaining. So we're going to use Elena's SR move. Yuna will scatter and double burst. Laswell. Use his provoke. That's Fina will limit burst, slightly better buffs, and get some mana back for Laswell. Now let's see, Charlotte. Give a berry to everybody. Get back some more mana with a small heal. Mana and heal's not really needed, but whatever. We have the mitigations, so. Okay, so first we gotta check. Yuna needs water. Boost water, boost water. Don't see an add water though. Kaido has a weapon, don't need to worry about that. I guess we'll do it that way. We'll do her water shot and then double burst. Laswell. Let him do his provoke and water and everything. Target the boss. Alright, boss is dead, turn 4. The adds, however, are still alive. So we have one turn on re-raise. So let's re-raise Laswell. do is we'll put up a barrier and we'll toss out a heal. Alright, so at this point I just need to pretty much AE damage everything. Which Kaido is absolute 0, so that's not gonna fully chain, which is fine. Yeah, they all don't really have health, so... Alright, so that's 5 turns, half the time of doing the actual mechanics. Not too bad overall. So that leaves us with one more team to go, and we'll be able to get the 50 different units. For the final team, or what should be the final team, we're going to go for just a straight kill again and see if that works. Because I believe we can still kill it in under 10 turns. So what we got Godria, one of the main damage dealers, bunch of attack and killers. So we have 300 Fairy, 275 Demon. Tyro is going to be our magic cover. So health, spirit, and then also fire resist. Baihu is going to be a chaining partner for Godria. We can unlock 4 times cast so that they can actually fully chain. So we went spirit based, so high spirit and health. And then some spirit and demon killer. So we got 125 fairy, only 50 demon. Hopefully good enough. Stylish Steward Pikota is going to actually be our provoker. They can add in some damage here and there, but we have them with the Moogle Charm, 100% draw attacks, dual wielding with a water weapon, and then just full evasion. And Warrior of Light Lena is going to be our healer. She can buff fire resist, all normal healer duties. So just a bunch of spirit and health. And then we're just going to borrow your Shikiri that is actually geared in both forms. So they got high spirit, okay health, and in shifted form, pretty much the same thing. Alright, so let's see if we can do this in under 10 turns. Alright, so... Sure. Reduced damage sounds good. Magic cover. Boost on defense. Sounds good there. So full defensive setup. Say Lena. What do we want to do with you? Fire and water sounds good. Break resist just in case. Guess we can have them just do some of that. Alright, so we're gonna shift your Shikiri, and that's just because we can get order and view for everybody doing it this way. And then let's add water. Alright, so we'll get the boost from that. Go with stance. Alright, so we'll act you first. Okay, so so we got a 4 times cast. Going with Divine Ruination, because that's what the Guardians have. We have their 4 times cast. Spirit based. Cooldown's not ready. I think we have Order and Peril already. 1 turn only. Alright, I guess we can do a longer turn. How long does your cover last? We get 2 turns still? I guess let's block everything else. Why not? Alright, so see how bad we break this up using all these different chains. That wasn't too bad overall for an attack turn. Alright, going with Divine Ruination again. Let's see. So we want the Spirit Base as a cooldown. Okay, so use the cooldown. It's only 1 enemy, whatever. So we'll let you do a double. Actually, we'll do a double. double attack, and refresh magic cover at the end. And then we'll let you hit everybody, because we're hoping to kill these ads. Alright, I think that's all the multicast I got on the Guardians we're going to have to unlock again. I think they only get the 2 turns to use it. Yeah. I don't think I can multicast that. Nope. Alright, so they're just going to unlock again. So we're going to use you. Add water. And let's see, what else? Give us a nice little modifier. So that will boost our chainer move a little bit there. So we'll go damage all. Actually, I guess we'll just go full damage all, because you have cover for a few turns, right? Yeah. Alright, so we'll do this for re-raise just in case. Because if ads don't die, I might hurt a little bit. Alright, I think ads are all dead. Okay. Oh, apparently it was a good thing that we had re-raise, because Pakota ate it. Probably want to re-raise them again. Alright, that was bad on timing. Because, yeah, I have their multi, but I don't have the other multi. So I guess we'll try to play finisher a little bit, maybe. We'll go for double AE and refresh magic cover with you. I think we're just going to kind of chain limit burst on Lena. We'll do AE attack there. Do water. So I think we'll hit that, hit that, hit that. Alright, ads are all dead. We're still doing good. Turn 5. It's below 50, so we're slightly ahead of actually working the script. Alright, so limit burst for you. That'll unlock 4 times cast, and let's see, any other. We'll hit that for a modifier, why not? So let's unlock cast again. So do some AE, and actually do AE and reduce damage, because you should have, yeah, you got cover for a couple of turns. Just do double AE there. And we'll do the ice. So target the boss. Hopefully ads die. Alright, this is gonna hurt, because ads did not die. Okay, so the 2 main damage dealers lived, so we're good. Alright, so Spirit, Paladin. We're just going to hit her limit burst again. Oh, you did die, did you? You didn't, though. No, not the attack-based one. We want the spirit-based one. Alright, so add water. Should be able to get him dead. Alright, ads are taken care of. Unfortunately, lost that triple on Godria. So we're kind of just exploiting the hell out of re-raise at the moment. Which is fine. Add water. Yeah, 3 turns on that, unfortunately. That's double there. Actually, should I go triple? You should have magic for a little bit, right? Yeah, 2 turns there. You go for all. Add water. One ad still alive. Kinda sucks. Okay, Godria dead is a slight issue. Full heal, everybody. No re-raise though. So unfortunately, because we haven't been consistent in killing ads, looks like we're actually going to fall behind on doing the actual script. Alright, so magic cover. All defensives. Okay, so they're all full. I don't want to unlock anything. Might have him just guard. Throw up a barrier, why not? No, that's a big boost for one. Reduce magic damage. Yeah, let's do stat boost. You can guard. You only hit one target, so hit the boss. Alright, that worked out. Now, Limit Burst you, re-raise everybody. I got one turn to unlock that. Unfortunate. I'll just go for double cast again. Just re-hit those. Boost that. I think you're just gonna guard again, actually. What do we want to cast? Because we only get the triple for the one turn. And we're not going to be doing damage. I guess we'll just do that. You attack, you do that, and then I think we can set up for unlocking multicast. Did you not have re-raise? Okay. I was gonna say. So we're going to unlock that. I think we've hit all the modifier boosts that I can do. Hit that and a single attack. So I don't want to actually hit anything. I guess we'll hit that. Eel Guard. I'll just cast the re-raise. Yeah, nobody really needs a heal. So hopefully the two front damage dealers don't die. Okay. So we should have, 4 times cast, Divine Ruination. Same thing here, so we're going Spirit, and then we have our Spirit-based cooldown. Alright, so we're going to do Water Imbue, and just a straight bolting there. So we're going to target the boss. 1, 2, 3, and then both of them. Hopefully the ads die. And let's get her Limit Burst cast, because I do believe our Provoker is going to die from the dot. Ooh. Godria barely lived too, but we lived. That's all that matters. Alright, so Limit Burst is still on. Nobody died. So reduce damage taken. Throwing a nice heal. One turn on cover, I'll refresh that. So I'll do a double AE and magic cover. Still got our multicast. So they're doing Divine Ruination. We're going to do just AE Mira. And then we'll do our water, because that gets the water in peril on the ads. Alright, so hopefully everything goes well here. Alright, so there's the boss. Hopefully all the ads. So I could have probably timed things a little bit better and made it a little cleaner, and we might have got it done in 10 or less, but only 3 turns over isn't all that bad for ignoring the mechanic. And that should be all 50 units. There we go. So that's all units done for the Demon Lantern. We still got a couple Vengeful trials left to get to our 50 different units, but that'll be another video. So for now, that's going to be the end of this video. Hope everybody enjoyed.